had to clean my camera, so.
I know. It will never be a network. No, it's nobody's fault for the camera.
It can be my network.
It cannot be your network.
But we have one of the best networks.
Yes.
In Africa.
Amen to that.
Yeah. South Africa, Ghana, we have one of the best networks.
Amen. Yeah. So, electricity and everything. Yeah.
Yes. Once a while we get some hiccups, but we are fine.
All right, good. That's what I want to hear.
Yes.
So, bro, please introduce yourself.
Okay. All right. My name is Kwabena Obindako. I'm a Ghanaian. I train as an engineer. I'm into business in Ghana. I have books that I've written. I have a YouTube channel, which is Obindako. And we talk about business. We talk about Africa, finance, how to use your brains to structure your life to be successful, to go after your dreams. Yes. So that's Kwabena Obindako.
You don't talk about Africa. You defend Africa.
Fantastic.
You just don't talk about Africa. You were a defender of Africa. So
yes,
that's what I see. I'm not going to let you talk just about Africa, because anybody can talk about Africa. But you defend Africa. Africa is in court, and you are the defender. So, bro, thank you for coming, and I appreciate you a lot. You know that. Yep, I really, really appreciate you, because since I've seen you, I've been watching you, I learned a lot, and thank you for that. Yes.
Thank you.
And the last video that I was almost picking a fight with you, that's me.
Yes, I know.
You saw that, right?
Yes, I know.
I almost pick a fight with you, and I'm like, he's not gonna fight. He's gonna leave me alone. He say, hey, Tilly, Madam Tilly, we awesome. All right, so bro, I know you are into real estate, right? And when I was from the beginning of building my house, Kwabena and Nim keep on sending me a lot of emails, and then I connect with him, and he's helping people so much that now Kwabena and Nim doesn't have time to come and tell us what is going on. He's gonna come, but not now. So Kwabena, if you are watching, I'm waiting on you. So and I get so much emails, brother. I feel like I'm a contractor, or I have a certificate in building. So I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I need to talk to you for people. So from A to Z, can you please tell us a little bit about if somebody they've already owned a land, how to register it, and how to start something, how to go about it, because the fear is there. That's why Kwabena is having so much work now done, brother. I'm telling you, people are connecting with Kwabena so much that Kwabena nowadays, I don't even know if he quit his main job, because he's being honest with people, and he's building for people. From the time we've been connecting with him with this YouTube thing, it has given him so much work. So please help us understand a little about Ghana. And I'm going to turn you into a contractor to build for people. And don't be scared, because the thing is, I know you.
Okay, let me talk a bit about we have
because been doing come after you.
We have been doing construction. We have done major works, institutional works. We have built.
Hold on, before you say anything, I want to say this. You don't know anything about this. I throw it on you like I always do. So everything that I'm saying to you about this building thing, whatever, no, I always come after you for things. So, all right, go on.
Yes,
go
on. I'm fine. So we have built. we have construction company. We have done a lot of works, built markets, built polyclinics, schools, but those were not individual works. I don't have track record with individual works. The reason being that individuals gather money to build, and a lot of the times they underestimate the cost. You know, and we have team, and our cost is high because we have engineers, we have QS, we have a lot of people that do the institutional projects. You know, so we've done works for Anglo Gold, for some African development projects, Vamed Engineering, you know, some other Ghanaian businesses that we have worked for. So I stand as being arrogant, but I have to say it. We don't so much come to the level of individuals to bid for them, whether they are in Ghana or they are outside the country. What we do is we can recommend somebody, and then we give some bit of advice for them. At the moment, what we do is we do our own projects, so we build our own apartments with our own money, with our own engineering team. That's what we do. So we stay out of taking, for instance, Auntie Tilly project, especially you are in America, you know, so we don't want to offend you. So that's the little about us. We're still thinking.
What?
We are in America.
We are in America. So, what did we do?
So we don't want to offend you. They will chop your money. So we don't we don't get into that.
Well, I don't agree with you. I don't.
No problem.
Mr. Akumia Boateng.
Yes.
Is doing fantastic for us. Kwabena and him. He's doing awesome for people. So we are not saying that we don't say that everybody is chopping our money, but we speak from experience, brother. So I think sometimes you have to understand us a little bit, because there's no way we would just say that somebody is chopping our money and not have what do you call it? Experience about it. So
but I'm also thinking out of experience.
What kind of experience? let us have our own experience.
Okay. So for instance, if I'm building for you, it is going to cost more than if you pick let's say a foreman to build for you. Or even if you pick an engineer and you work directly with him. Because if I'm building for you, I'm using my company to build, which means that there are other overheads, there are other things that the government will charge me, which you as an individual, you will not want to. And so I'll end up being more expensive. But then you are likely to get a better product, better engineering, you know, and maybe a better house than the other group building for you.
Okay, now you are breaking up.
That's my experience. So that is it. So we have experience working with but today I'm trying to be a pastor, so
we can take it, spit it out. We are good with that. So my next, okay, so you are not going to build for, because you're a big company and it's gonna cost us so much. So I mean,
individual works, no. If you have a hospital you want to build, major project you want to build, we can't talk about that. You know.
Also, are you telling me that if our real estate company that we are forming, if we are ready to build like apartment buildings,
yes, we can do that. That one
you guys can do that. And how? Okay. So you guys are gonna give us an estimate. If we say we want about 6-bedroom apartments, you're gonna give us an estimate and everything, or you go floor by floor or whatever. How do you do that?
We can agree on the things that you want. We work on the drawings. You pay for that. That becomes your document, and then we will agree to say we work on the sum, on the contract, to say this is going to cost you, let's say, 1 million cedis. and then you will tell us how you think your finances are and how you are going to make payment. If it fits the schedule that we're able to come up with, we can say maybe we can do this in maybe 2 years, a year and a half, based on your strength. But if there are no constraints on the flow of money from your end, then we can just give you, this is the program, and we do it. Prices may change when there is a serious jump in area prices.
Yes.
But at least we can contain 6 months, fluctuation. But if there is let's say cement is 40 cedis now, if it goes to 60 cedis, we have to come back to you to say.
Cement is 40 cedis or 50?
I'm just give you an example that if cement is 40 cedis and it comes to 60 or 70, then we have to come to say, the quotation was based on 40, but now you and I know it's gone beyond something that we can control. So we will work out and tell you the difference. The other thing is you can also do it in stages. Let's say you can do it floor by floor.
That was my next question. Yeah.
You can do it floor by floor, or we can raise the whole, structure for you, and we leave you to do your finishing if you want. You can take your own tilers, your own painting. You can do your own painting, things like that. But we can raise what they call the carcass for you.
But you can also do it start to finish, because
yes, we can also do that. Yes.
Yeah, like Mr. Akumia Boateng will not take a project that somebody started and then to finish it. He won't do it, because he said everybody have their own style of doing things, and if he sees something that it needs to be fixed or whatever, then it's like it's bringing another issue to your whatever.
We don't have problem with that. We can raise it to a point you say you want, and then we leave it. You pay us that stage.
Or you can finish something that is already started.
Yes, we can look at it if the structure is in good shape.
You see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
If it's in good shape, especially if you're going up, but we go there and the works are not good, then you will hold us responsible.
Yes.
If we don't know the details of the work. But if it's not going up, if it's just a normal
level,
yes, we can have a look. But usually individual works, it's costly for us to do it for a lot of people.
All right. So let me ask you this. Before you became big, that you don't do individually?
No, but that's not the path we took. It's not we became big. We didn't start with individuals, and we don't do individuals.
You didn't start with individuals. So when you started your first apartment, you started with the big. You started with a company.
Yes, with companies. We were building for companies, property development companies.
Oh, what about your house? Because I have a question for you. If somebody's watching us. No, yeah. If somebody's watching us and they want to build an apartment, what advice how did they start? What advice can you give to that person?
Okay, so we can decide we can agree on your concept, what you have in mind as somebody who wants to develop, and then you would have to have your land where there's no trouble. And then you will tell us your finances.
There's no trouble. That's
yes. Yes, where there's trouble, we will not go. We are not going to fight for anybody.
No.
So we will
no.
And so if your finances are okay, we will tell you this is how much it's going to cost to this stage. And if you agree, then we can move the team machines to site, and we'll give you updates. But usually, you would want to take a lot of reports from us. You hold us responsible. We don't want a situation your uncle is coming there, your brother is coming there, your father is coming there, everybody's trying to give you a report. No. we will not do that.
Yes.
Because then it becomes confusing. Somebody will be telling you, I'm going to change your car.
If I'm the one saying this in Ghana, you would tell me that I shouldn't say that.
No, but they will tell you, and you say that yes, Mrs. America. You know, when this guy buy and go change your car, therefore they and we will not take that,
Yeah.
you know. So you take responsibility. You know, so that is it. So we have had some few people ask that. I have been very careful not to engage in that. I've been very careful, and I actually will assess the personality a lot of the times. You know, because a lot of our people
personality will not fit with you. I'm good, oh. I'm telling you, I am very, very good.
I didn't mention you. I'm just saying.
I ask questions. I love asking questions because I want
to. I'm okay with the questions. I'm okay.
Good.
I can take it. I can take a fight.
Amen.
But you know, especially if you know, we do other things. It's not we do construction, and we are doing our own projects. We have other businesses that we do. If one person's project, the person is trying to create a lot of commotion, you can't grow. You know, you can't grow. And we are not just trying to be contractors. We are trying to build business. And so we want things to be structured.
Yes.
So I will use 2 years, 3 years of my life building a 3-bedroom house for somebody who will be calling you every day and talking. And a lot of the times, that money, we may have them in our projects. And if you multiply, multiples of that, you know, for somebody to be very careful and scared and try to see if you are being honest with the cement and iron rods. Some people will say, I will even buy you the materials, go and build for me. No, I don't do that. We take your project, you stay out, we give you cost. This is it. You have no control over materials, anything. We do everything ourselves. If you want to buy materials, no, that was 10 years ago. That, you know, but now we can do that. So I mean, we are very tough. But yes.
Got it. That's. I mean, you have to build your business, and you have to know what works for you. So you don't do it to please whoever is coming your way. So you just
especially bogus, you know.
Brother, I think that I have a problem with you picking on us. Don't pick on us, because first of all, despite everything, we are contributing huge in the economy of Ghana. So we have our own way of feeling that if something is not going the way we think it should be, you understand the system of Ghana. I left Ghana years and years and years ago. And through you, I came to a point that I am becoming the system in Ghana, and I'm getting it. You see, you help me to get it. But at the same time, the way things are structured here, you know, it makes us, when we don't understand things in Ghana, we feel like probably, like you said, that maybe they are not cheating you, but the understanding of the way things works in Ghana, no, makes you feel like you've been cheated at. You see, so we are getting there. But don't make us feel like when we say that something is wrong, we're just making it up. We are not making it up. We've been through things. I don't want to make examples of what happens to me and my husband. If I say it, one of my family members or my husband's family members is gonna watch this, and then the marriage is gonna
So don't say it.
Don't say it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say it.
But what I need you to also appreciate is that it affects everybody. We are also here. We go through the same.
That's what I'm saying. That you said that last time when I was watching you. It gave me comfort, but we didn't know that.
No, we go through that. Everybody, talk to anybody who's trying to build any project, any business, anything in Ghana. We go through that everywhere. And I'm saying that is heavy in the major cities, especially Accra, you know, because most people have moved here and they want money, and very little ethics are being taught, you know. And that's why we want to go through the background, because sometimes when you don't understand that, then some of these losses, some of these pains will make you give up on your dream. But in as much as I don't want to pick up on you, you know, A lot of our people go to Italy, England, America. They go through a lot of troubles, pain. Sometimes they work for people, they even don't pay them back. They take people's documents, work. The people take their money back. They struggle so much, but they still put up with it and stay. My point is that why would you give up here? Because you meet similar problems. That's where my argument is. We are able to go through a lot of pain to be there. But here, our tolerance level is so short because we don't seem to appreciate that a lot of people can also. It's the same Ghanaians. I'm sure in America, I'm sure a lot of Ghanaians are disappointed.
I agree with you. We are not honest when it comes to, because the way we have so many churches in Ghana, if we are honest, we should be way up there.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to go to churches, we are people who have been wounded. We just don't know whether we are here or we are living anywhere. The school that the British man designed destroyed us. The church, the mosque, they have destroyed us. We are just trying to explain them in our favor. But if you look around, anybody at all can pick something and start a church and collect money from people and teach them anything.
So true.
And it's not being regulated. So we have grown up to miss truth, lies, half truth, all mix up together. And the results that we are getting are coming from that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that others are better. Somebody says that the white are honest. I say no, they are not honest. They steal from a ground.
No.
It's structured, it's systemic. So you may see the whole continent is being scammed. The whole continent is being taken advantage of. How many British companies are not here? How many American companies are not here? You go to American embassy, you go for visa, they deny you, they take the money, they don't give you back.
They don't give it back.
And yet they will talk about human rights. So the African have been, is being attacked everywhere. And so that's why sometimes you say that I defend Africa. I defend Africa because there are a lot of wounded. That's the point. You go anywhere in the world, you meet Africans, you see they are in dilemma. Do I go home or do I stay here? Let's face it, majority of our people are going through that. And it doesn't matter their level of professional position or even education.
No.
There's that. A lot of our people have been there for 20, 30 years, but they still want to come home and build. Let's face it, if you were white, you would never worry about that. You would just stay there, live your life. Those are the things that other people don't deal with. But we have a lot that we are dealing with. Somebody is trying to build something goes wrong, and you get somebody trying to tell that person that this is demonic. This is satanic. Come on, let me pray for you. Let me do fasting for you. Just all across here, people are clapping and praying and shouting, waiting for God to come and solve their problems for them. God, come and build my company, my family, my business, our country. Even we pray to God to come and build it. Let's face it. Which group are praying to God to come and develop their country for them? It's the people who have been wrongly conditioned. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
That's true.
And so if you have
1,000 million %. Yeah.
So if you have these problems, then we are going to have the backlash. So and it's not only Africans, everybody who looks like me, we have gone through a lot of turbulence and a lot of torture. We just try to deny them. Let's face it, a lot of you, in quote, Ghanaians, Nigerians who live abroad, let's face it, the pressure, the offshoot of the pressure is turned on us. Let's face it. The pressure that you endure so much, when you come, your tolerance level is that little. You just open it and fires because you think a lot of things should be done well. I agree. A lot of things should be done well. But the very people you want them to do the things well, have you asked them? The conditioning. Why would I want to take Land Cruiser, drive it through on
the mud,
bush road? That's right. Go and visit a village. Mm-hmm. I go there, there's no classroom there. And I say, I'm a government official. I'll go there, I come back several times. Mm-hmm. And I use Land Cruiser. Let's face it, a normal human being would not use the Land Cruiser. They will sell it and build and take care of the people. So we have problems. We may debate them, but we have challenges. Others have their own problems, but their problems may be different from ours. We have our challenges that we have to accept.
Okay, so bro, something came to mind. You are saying all this. If it came from me, you're gonna tell me that I'm bringing the Western mentality to Ghana.
Yes.
And you are saying the same thing that I will be saying to you, and you'll be defending them.
Okay.
And you'll be defending Africa. Mentiasie, actually say.
My explanation is different from accusation.
You did explain everything. I got it.
Explanation. I'm giving explanation.
Yes.
I'm not saying that these people are this. I'm just saying there is a reason they behave this way. So let's look at the reason as well. That is not an excuse. That is not an excuse. I'm not giving excuses. I'm just saying that let's look at the reason so that we can understand our actions, all of us. And I can understand your actions as well. I perfectly understand it. So we can flow.
Because I always tell people that, like your family,
yes,
your children will try to do better because they have seen how hard you work, you've been working, and how you want to better your life and better their life. So they will do the same thing to their children and their children's children. So, like here, if a white person or a Black American that is working hard, take their children to vacation, build comfortable home and things like that, their children also wants to do better for their children. So it's become a generational, I don't know if it's prosperity or the generational trying to make things better. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you know better, you do better.
Yes.
These people, they've been here. The ministers and all those people that you're talking about, they've been going they've been going so many places, so they see how the system work outside, but when they come back home, they don't do it. So if you tell me that Ghana for pressure, and I say we don't have tolerance for Ghanaians and things like that. It's not like we don't have tolerance. It's like when you be living somewhere for so long. If you do a medical mache. Now, Ghana. And then I see things that is not right. And I say that. I'm not disrespecting you, but I am frustrated. The same way you were talking and you came to a point that I, like you said, who do we blame and things like that? They know. So why don't they do it? Why don't they do it?
Said, okay. And in this world as we know it, I know that the African, in terms of history and even knowledge of ourselves, most of us, especially those of us who were born on the continent, we are clueless. Okay, so you see them with they have been given white education. A lot of our people only look black.
Then why don't you agree with the fix the country people and you said the fix the country, they are not talking about. They are not talking about fixing, it's not give me a job. And if you don't have a job for me, fix the road so that people don't have accident. That's what the fix the country is about.
Let me clear myself. I'm saying that all of us have been given a white man's education. So we view the world from the white man's position. Especially very few dark people understand the world from outside that kind of position. All of us. So we tilt to agree with the white man. More. All of us. So I go to America. You see, when I went to America, it's very nice there. I come to Ghana, it's nothing. So face the country. Yes, we can't excuse everything. Some things they have to do. But why have they not done them? They are just like you. They have head like you. So what makes us think that we see and they don't see? What is the reason? Let's all find out the answer. What makes us think that we can see and tell them to do it? And they are there. They were not there. They were not born there. They were all like us. And then when they get there, we are saying that fix them, and they don't hear. You should look for the reasons. Yes, you said that a lot of them have been there. They live there. They school there. When they take the positions, why do they behave the way they behave? Are we saying that they don't?
Because they are wicked. They
are
not
wicked. Just like you are here now. No, just as you are here now. If you become a minister of state, minister of finance, minister of minister or something, I will also sit back and say because you're wicked. Would that be fair?
So they are not. So you think all the contrast that okay, with it. Yeah, hold on.
I'm just asking you beautiful woman. You go there, they give you minister of women. You talk. We heard a lot of them talk about when they took the position, because the thing is structured. It's not just an individual thing. It's a structure. It's a complex structure that we are dealing with. Some of the changes we may not even see the effect in our lifetime. For instance, the education that they are giving to our people, the free education, the effect will take, we will see the effect after 10 years, after 15 years, after 20 years. When those children are now in their 30s, in their 40s, where you have maybe 80% of our people who can read, who can write and analyze issues, and you take them to your site or to your business, you see how, because then you gather momentum, a whole force. Our culture now is being driven, let's face it, by superstition. If something is not working, we are waiting for some demon of some God somewhere. That's it.
That one there is true. That one there is true. That's what people think. That's how people think.
Average African in Ghana, for instance, 30 million people. How many of us will use scientific reasons to analyze an issue?
No,
even those of us who will use data and science, they will say that you don't believe in God. Let's face it. Even the educated, even doctors.
Yes.
Even doctors. And it's not only here. We have people living in England, in America. When they have sickness, they will call some pastor who cannot even read and write to explain why they are meeting some difficulties, because we say that some things are spiritual. That's a world that we think now. And I think it's because of the kind of conditioning, education that we have had for the last 50 years. And that kind of education, chemistry, physics, biology, those things that you can use to analyze natural elements to come out with a pattern to solve problems, were denied. Majority of us were denied that. That is a fact. And for instance, if you want to build factories, you can't build factories when you're teaching your people theology. How can you build a factory when you're teaching majority of the people, you're teaching them marketing, psychology, philosophy, sociology? That's the kind of education you're giving. So they will come get PhD in these courses. And you're saying that they should produce machines. How are you going to produce machines when the majority of your people are given this kind of education? And who did that? It's the British, the Europeans. They said that let's give them this kind of education. Like you see, most of the best of our educated people are theologians. Let's face it. It's not only here. Go to the African American community. A lot of their leaders, theology. That's it. PhD in theology. That's it. Religious knowledge. Any systemic education to give a lot of our people that they can turn wood into chair or the aluminum into something beneficial. That kind of thing is not in the majority. And so the small number of us who know this, our voice is sunk. It's not heard to. So you open a radio, we are discussing what? Sports, entertainment. Some experts will sit on radio and come and tell you the most important thing is to send Black Star to World Cup. Because he has no problem with a British company taking care of the gold or American company drilling your oil. They don't see anything wrong with it. Because they can't put the figures together. And then the same people are saying that why are we not developing? Because until you get a lot of your people to understand these things, we will go through that. So we will look at all. Let's face it. If you want a lot of things structured, most of these boys who are packing a lot of our people within weekdays, teaching them nothing and wounding them and collecting their money, and we say that they are doing the work of God. And you see a lot of educated people defending this. Then they turn around to say that the country is not developing. How would you develop when the volume of the hours that people are spending in factories, your people are spending praying? And then you want to see progress, and when somebody questions that, you say that person is against Christianity. Let's face it. It will take time.
It will take time.
It will take time. Politicians in our country, see how they flow with religious leaders.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We all know that these religious leaders are taking advantage of the people. But they can't say anything. They can't say anything. And so you want the country to develop. I want the country to develop. I want us to build our own machine tools. I want us to build our own lathe machines, build factories, Ghanaians. And it's not that we can't do it. We can do them. But we need those things, those people in numbers. And we need people who will get there to say it's possible. I'd rather give that contract to a Ghanaian company than give it to a foreign company. And if I decide to do that, what would the IMF say? What would America say? What would the British intelligence say? What would the World Trade Organization say? We have to know all those things. The game is played from the top, not the down.
So we can make top. The game is played from the top. I understand that. So that means our school system, things have to change over there. And
you produce a lot. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like fixing the country is not about road alone. It's about the whole system needs to be looked at, and things needs to change. And so I want to go back to let me see what somebody is saying here. Corruption noted in Africa, and then everybody wanted to get paid. Was taking a pictures in attraction case, ran up and wanted to be, I think, in the picture. One little boy then asked, now, where is our money? Brother, can you see it?
I can see that. But for me, if somebody is stealing billions and somebody is stealing one, the money being stolen from Africa is not being stolen by the Africans. It's the global power. We have a lot of multinationals in Ghana. Are you saying that they treat our people well? Go and look at any top organization from the West in Africa. The top management, they are white. They are white. Any top organization, the mining companies, who own them? The oil companies, who own them? Even construction companies, even retail shops, who own them? So if we want it to change, it's not looking at the minister stealing 10 million. That's not where the game is. The game is at the top. We should say this is our continent. If they have to kill us, then let them kill all of us. But I don't think a lot of our people understand that. I will not exonerate all our political leaders. There are things that they can do, which the world powers cannot do anything about. But if they want production, they want to produce their own drugs, medicine, they want to take care of their own gold, that one we have to be prepared to fight. It's not like they have left that. You are talking of Ghana is independent. Who told you? That's a lie. You said Nigeria is independent? No, that's superficial. That's a lie. Just the other time, they were sponsoring our elections. Somebody sponsors your election, you are saying that you're independent. Well, who's telling you? Are you not lying to yourself? You see them, they say that they bring them this to the military, they bring this to the police. Let's face it, we are just trying to survive. So the game is not in our favor. We have to understand that. And then we can say that, okay, this is where we are positioned. What do we do? But a lot of our people are just saying, oh, corruption. And listen, corruption is everywhere. The Chinese are not angels. The Americans are not angels. A lot of places that there is fight. Look, there will be some American military intelligence there, British intelligence there, French intelligence. Go anywhere. Go anywhere. We are the ones not. I was reading a book written by a white man. He used to be in those kind of organizations, He's saying them as they are. So if we want equity, and because of all those structures, that's why we see the things that we see. So if you want equity, we should just say that, listen, you have taken enough. Get out, let us build ours. But you can't, be taking all these things and tell us to blame our leaders. Because if they fight back, you take them.
So that means taking back our country is you doing something and me doing something, or coming together to do something to build the country. Right. Okay. Yes. So, all right. So, Brown Coat Blue said you can always see certain things when you are looking in from the outside. That those. Inside. Okay, so this is just the way the word works. Not everything, but certain things. Yeah. So, and who is this one? Hello. Your mama for back kakra. Okay. Yeah. So sorry. This is why a lot of Americans start to look at the US very differently after they start traveling to other different people, different
That's right.
people and cultures. Yeah. Okay, so brother, so somebody also said Mr. Dakun sharing some real knowledge. Absolutely good. Say Ghana needs you in higher place to touch those findings. Brother, so when you say when I said that we are going to talk about if you are building in Ghana and or if you want to build in Ghana, I know that you build for people, big companies. So what I need from you is if somebody is watching and they have a land and as individually trying to build in Ghana, what advice can you give to that person?
Okay, all right. So building is technical. The quality of the team that is doing the project will show eventually in the quality of the building you get. And so your land is safe. I would say do your drawings at least. And then make sure you have an estimate as to how much it's going to cost you within a certain period. Let's say within a year, how much, if I have to build everything within a year, how much is it going to cost? You know, and then you look for people who have technical understanding to do the project for you, and then who have also credibility, to be honest with you. You know, if it's 3 cement, it's 3 cement. If it's 4, it's 4. If it's 5, it's 5. They tell you as it is. And I would say that look at the projects that you have done. Do your own reference. I mean, talk to people that they say they have built for. You know, so that at least you go and look at the houses that they have done. If the handiworks are okay with you, if you think that the work that they have done is okay, then you know, if your eyes cannot see, get somebody who can see, so that at least you can identify this is a good building, this is not a good building. Because most people will go to a building and we will never see anything wrong. You know, everything is nice for us. But those who have trained eyes will say this is not good, this is good, this is okay. You know, so because eventually anything that you are going to put over 100,000 in is significant money. Let's face it, a lot of the people in the West, if it's not mortgage, how many people will have their money? Their own money to build a house?
No, it won't happen.
Yes. How many people will say that I have my own 200,000? Most people, you know, so they design the system that way. We say that they are honest. They design it so that you will work all your life to feed the economy, to feed the structure, to feed the system. They can pay you better money, but they will never pay. They pay you small, and they give you something they call a mortgage. They give you a car, so that even if you are tired, you have to go to work, or they will get it back. It's a way to put people to work, get the system to run. You know, what prevents them from paying you 100 times what they pay you? At the end of the year, they declare a lot of profit, and they say that it is for shareholders. You know, it's a system that they have designed. So if you're going to put a significant money into anything, I think you have to do your due diligence and do them well.
So what you said about some people have eyes but they don't see when they are building a house. I work with this woman and she built a house and she was the guy who was doing it, at the point she said the guy is so expensive, so she got rid of that lady, that guy, and then hire this guy cheap, build a house, plastering everything, and then within paint and everything, within 3 months, when you touch the walls, it's coming down.
That's right. Yeah. Yes. You don't save much.
You don't save much. So now she have to do all the plastering again. So like you said, when somebody's charging you higher price, there's a reason for it. So don't
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I'm going back, but I have to. They are the worst criminals in Ghana, and they are taking advantage of ignorance of the people. Brother,
You see, one of the reasons.
Martin, Obindaku will not agree with you.
No, he's talking of the West. He's talking of the West.
Oh,
he's talking of the
okay. Okay, the West.
British.
Okay.
Yes, yes. And it's you see, one of the reasons they have to keep showing you all the evil in Africa so that you will not come and live here. Can you imagine over 400 million Africans who live outside the continent with all this experience that you have lived with them? Because a lot of when you have not been in the classroom or have not worked with white people, you hail them. You don't know how they think. You don't even understand, even the good ones among them don't even understand how the world is skewed for their advantage.
Yeah,
they don't know. So they have good heart. They say, oh, we can help you. Those are good people. But the structure itself, how it runs. Those who have lived there and understand that if Africa was portrayed as a good place, most of you will not stay there. And it's a good place. But they have to continually beam the negatives to you. They have to continually let you see. Why is it that a lot of African Americans never thought that we even had anything as road in Africa?
Yeah.
And they told them that Africans don't like you.
Yeah.
Who told them that? They sold you into slavery. Who told you that? If a whole continent, Portuguese, English, the Dutch, everybody was here with guns and all this and ship and invaded here, and you said that we traded with them, it was an invasion. And they had to keep you there, ignorant. In Jamaica, in Barbados, they had to tell you that Africa is nothing, it's backward, don't go there. If they had shown the rare Africa to you, majority of them, yes, as many as try to come back. And even the Ghanaians, we've been programmed to love the white man and hate our own people. It's a program. I'm telling you, it's a program. So we will tolerate everybody but our own people. So if we offend, no. But if others offend, we can give explanation. It's a program. So that's why I don't blame any man. If I go to church and
it's a program.
I see Jesus white constantly. Look at the Catholic Church. Why they don't have buildings everywhere on the continent? You know? And a lot of those guys were white people from Germany and England, in Ireland and everywhere. We thought that they were doing the work of God. There's more to it. Our people just don't know.
There's more to it.
There's no way we can fight back when the Pope is there, when the cardinals are there, now they have to our own people to defend their interests against us. So there's so much that we don't know. And now the results are hitting us. You have a lot of young people looking for jobs. We're saying there's corruption, there is this, but let's go to the root. All these institutions, were they designed for us or they were designed against us? So there's much ignorance that we don't know. And then we are, so now everybody's telling us the world is coming to an end. Let's go and go to heaven. Meanwhile, they are taking the gold, they're taking the diamond, and they're telling you the world is coming to an end. But they're taking the gold, they're taking the diamond. Can you put some things together? And you see prominent teachers feeding our people with a lot of lies. So our people will continue to wallow in poverty.
They themselves, brother, don't even know that they are lying, because, like you said,
you see,
like you said, somebody can be a professor, and this Jesus-minded thing, that Jesus thing, and those things, their mind is so deep, choked.
It's choked, and it's waiting for God to bring deliverance and development, and it tells you that everything is spiritual. You can't build a mining gold mines with spirit. It's not spirit. As a matter of fact, the way, even if the Bible is true, the way is explained. It's been explained to us to destroy us. Education is good, but it's been given to us to destroy us, and we have no idea. So we are in a battle, big battle. By the time that the African finishes school, he does not want to do anything to promote his own people. Go to any institution, You see the people in suit and tie there. If I go there with a British man, they will pay attention to that man faster than they will pay attention to me. Unless that person has been given different kind of education to see his people as equal and must help his people. If I go there with a Chinese man, you think that the Chinese has money. Me, I don't have anything. So he will go and tell to the Chinese. Let's face it, majority of us from West Africa, when you go abroad, we flow with the white than the African Americans. That's it. It's a program. It's a program. We would rather want to say that they are lazy, they are erratic. They told us to see them that way. They program us.
They are not. Hey.
You know? So there's so much that and I say that until you start to see the dignity in the African, you start to see the pride. If you have money, would you give it to the African? Would you be patient with the African? Would you correct them? Would you do, because that's what everybody does. If they have money, they'll give it to their people first. They will not defend you. But they are telling us to defend everybody by their own people. And it's because this structure, now the controls are not just, chains. And the chains are on our minds. And so we can see it. We can see, you can see. I take you to any place with a white man, they will call the white man and give him, big contract. And they tell you that you don't have capacity. In their law, even in the business books, in the economic books, they tell you that if you want to develop a country, use debt. Did they develop America with debt? It's after everywhere that they went everywhere to take everybody's money. And they use a lot of people to work for years without paying. Now you develop out of that, but you are saying that others should use IMF debt to develop. How is that possible? You're using taxes to develop. How is that possible? Do the people have the technology? You prevented them from having access to technology. You prevented them from having access to engineering education, science education. And anytime you explain these things, they say, oh, no, you're giving excuses. But we still continue to have the same problem. The system has not changed. That system that came to Africa to destroy is still running now everywhere. Go to Jamaica, it's there. Go to England, go and see the Africans that are there. Even go to China. In the middle of COVID, they were attacking the Africans.
They're attacking Africans.
Where from that? And if anybody starts to fight for Africa, they say, it's this, it's that. And you don't need a white man to even fight you now. Those in suit and tie, carrying cross and Bible, they fight to defend the system that are intimidating our own people. So it's a big battle. If we have proper understanding of this, then we can fight. Go to England. The young boys are knifing themselves. Where from that? It's a proof of a people who don't know who they are. It's a major thing. Some people are saying that the children it's identity crisis. If you ask them the definition of Africa, they will tell you. They have no sense of worth about Africa.
Oh, yeah.
If you tell them, and that's why they will rather put themselves there than take the children to come and see the beauty here.
To come and
The moment they come to see the beauty here, that child's mind will repay.
Repent. Oh yeah, 100%, brother. 100%.
If you have any child in America who is trying to go through a lot of challenges, take them to Africa. Come and see.
Oh yeah. I always tell my friends that. I always tell my friends that try hard and bring your children to Africa. The children will come back with different mindset. So let's go. Yeah. Let's go through this.
So it's okay. So I'm waiting for you.
Yeah. Somebody have a question somewhere. People are making comments, but there's one question here that I want you to please look into it. Thinking about building in Ghana, do they have building regulations, or are people allowed to build whatever they want?
No, most part they are regulators. There are city officials that will take your drawings, check your documents as well, the land documents, and see the kind of building that you want to put up, if it fits the zoning that they have done. So most often they have something on paper like that.
No, but read go down again. What he said, he's saying something about a setback from the road or distance from neighbor or chicken farm nest. What is that?
Oh, it means that can anybody come and just build anything anywhere? In most places, no. In most places, you can't just build anything you want. There are regulations.
Okay. So what about if somebody's like where we are building our house. I think the guy who was there first, you know, some people come to the land first, and they have this guy is doing a poultry farm, no sheep farm or things like that, and this goats and things will be walking all over. Would they go, or we have to take them to court or something? How do you get rid of things like that?
Okay, please say it again.
If let's say where our house is now, no, obviously, drying farm.
Okay.
Was he? Well, he was. I think he was in the land. Was on the land
was there before.
And you know he's still there, and the sheep are all over, everywhere.
Sometimes you can take it to the municipality or the district assembly. They will tell the person, you came here because there were no people living here. Now that people have come, you may have to relocate. A lot of the times, the people themselves know that they would have to relocate to another place that nobody is living. So it depends on how you want to take it up, you know, how you want to take it up. But a lot of the times, they have to relocate.
Yeah, somebody's saying that, oh, Mr. Venda, I meant to say earlier, those were a great interview with Jay. The guy, who is Jay?
Okay, Jay, my friend. Jay,
your friend.
There is a Jay Cameron. Is an American, African American.
Oh, Jay, yes. Oh, I love that interview. Yeah. All your papers signed by the regulators. Otherwise, they will show up to collect. Is this what do you call those people?
Those are the regulators. What is their name? Municipal something. The building permit people.
Yeah, but them and then other people too. Those, what do you call those people that they come and trying to harass you?
No, if there is no problem, those are the langas. You mean
langards?
The langas are illegal. The langas are illegal.
So what do you do when they come and they are illegal? What do you do? But they
there is no, when there is no problem on the land, nobody can come.
Are you
Usually
sure?
They come. Yes. Usually they come there. Okay, this is what I know. There are the normal traditional people. For instance, in Accra, the land, if it's in the Ga area, they will come and say that before you dig the ground, there is something that you have to pay them. You know, so normally if you pay them, they will not show up. And then if there is some kind of litigation on the land, then somebody will bring land guards and try to intimidate you. You know, outside that, anybody who comes there will be the city officials who want to ask you the permit as to if you have, gone through the permit. Some people will start to build before they show up, then they go and pay. Some people will also go through the whole thing and then pay them. But usually, just start the process. Let them know that you're doing something like that. Make some payment. Sometimes they accept part of it, and you start your building. They will guide you. They are not difficult people. Okay. Most of them are not difficult people. No. Once in a while, you meet somebody who's just trying to be. That majority are just nice people. Just know how to talk to them.
Okay. And also, what about you have your building permit, and then you have to register the land. Because some people build their houses without registering it. And when you go to register it, and there's somebody on already name.
Yes. Okay. Usually somebody sold the land. So what you would want to do is to check from the land department. They have a lot of processes that they do there to make sure that the land is not for anybody. There are people who have mastered this area. So they will tell you this is registered, this is unregistered. The person who's selling you the land is the rightful owner. The documents that you have signed, things like that. But now, if they plot it, it's likely that you will not meet a lot of challenges. If they plot it and it comes, now they are using some electronics. They are still upgrading some things there, but it's not every part. Some part of Accra fall under central region. Some fall under eastern region.
Yeah, we are so eastern region. Yeah.
So a lot of the times, those other two regions don't have a lot of problems in terms of registration, things like that. I think, yeah. Except some people are just fighting over something, somebody will go and register, another person will go and register. But in all this, most often, if you know how to negotiate, you come out, except the person is very cruel. But most people, they will just engage you and see. And that's why, you will find it frustrating, but it shouldn't be. Until we are able to organize everything rightly, these things will happen. So when you are in the middle of that, don't be so much worried. Just if you can't do it, get somebody who understands their language and deal with them. Eventually, you will solve it. When they attack and they make all those, don't worry so much. Don't panic. These are problems that we can come, and so I don't think you should worry so much when you meet things like that. There was a time you bought a land; it was very expensive from a gentleman. We were building, and nothing happened on it. Then we decided to buy another one from him. Then something happened. But because he was a good man, he told us to move to another place, but there was still a problem. We moved about 3 times, and all of them were problems. But we engage him. We still will visit him. We talk about everything. We are friends. And eventually something just came up. And then he said, let's try this and see. And we tried it. Apparently he was screwed by some people, some boys that he was working with, took the money and misbehaved. But because we also understood him and we trusted him that he will solve it, somebody would have just said, let me take it to police station, let me take it to court, then you escalate everything. This is a good man who has problem. So let's be calm and just go through it. And eventually we solve it. I think that's, unless you are dealing with a very, somebody who is meant on cheating you or lying to you, most people, when they meet the problems and the problem is not coming from them, just engage them. Just engage them. Eventually they will have another one to replace. And sometimes you compromise,
Just engage.
And yes, and it took us about 2 years to solve this, and we solved it eventually. But somebody will just take you to.
Wow, this is what you are saying. Sometimes you say things and it calms me down so much. But the problem that we have is that, look,
yes,
you are in Ghana. Somebody coming on vacation for 2 weeks, and you're solving a 2-year-old issue. This is what
you can still solve it. You see, it was the human element that we used. We could have gotten angry and we could have taken him to court, to police, fight him, frustrate him, just because he took money from us. I am of the position that, yes, we did something with you. The first one he went through. He's a good man. He was actually a lecturer in the university.
Yeah.
He's a good man. But some people would just, the way they solve would then just destroy everything. And I think that almost every time, if the people are not the one taking you to police station or to court, and you have to do it first, assess the people to see the good ones among them, negotiate, plan with them, compromise somewhere, you will find solution. This is the system we have.
This is the system we have. This is the system we have. Let me say this.
Yes.
This is the system we have. And we have to tap into it. We have to learn it, or we will be always frustrated.
Yes. And I think there's no need to frustrate yourself. If you meet problem, calm down. Take this thing out that they are trying to cheat me, they are trying to lie to me, they are trying to take advantage of me. Very few. Even the ones that you think, even the so-called langas, if they know that you're a good man, they will solve it for you and come and call you. Some of them, when you just greet them, anytime you are there and you greet them, you give them 5 cedi, 10 cedi, they will die for you.
They will die for you.
Just because you make them feel as human beings. Just that. Yeah, this man is respectful. It means a lot to them. And it's not only at their level. Even when you go to our top officials, if they see that, I can tell you, they will move everything to make sure that you get what you get.
My husband that element said when he was in Ghana.
Yes. It works everywhere. Ghana, we don't respond to all those regiments and I will do this and forget it. It doesn't work. Okay. A lot of those things don't play. What plays is people people want respect and recognition more than those you have to. Because don't forget, we grew up with chiefs. When you go to the chief, you are not going to tell us what is true. You have to go first to honor him before you even say your case. If you go and you have come and you are arrogant, even though you are right, your approach will make you wrong. And that's the cycle we have. And I don't think there's some people will say it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong. You can take respect anywhere. Go to see the American president. If you're arrogant, they may not say anything. But they're looking for somebody who is good to give you a certain position, a certain contract, a certain deal. They are looking for somebody who can keep the secret, somebody who is respectful, somebody who is compassionate. These are elements that work everywhere. We may take it maybe a bit higher, but if you have good case, you still have to know how to present the case. And that is, so you can go anywhere. Go to Tamale, they work. These things work. Go to Kumasi, they work. Asante himself can get up just because you're a good man and you are respectful and you are trying to understand them. Whenever there's a problem, you don't try to blame them and say you are crook, you are this. No, sometimes they may not even know anything about it.
This is what, before I go on, please like the stream, like it, so people can come and listen to this with this man. So, brother, this is the reason why I like you so much, because I learned so much from you. I learned so I'm not saying this to flatter you or something, because you break things down for to me, to assess so many things when it comes to thinking about how, because if you live outside for a little bit longer, I know so many things in this country. I know a lot that I can. And you being in Ghana, you know how the system, and when my grandma what you just said, she always said that, because she was a queen mother. And she always said what you just said, that know how. Even the smallest person, let them make them feel like they are the biggest. It opens doors for you.
Absolutely. The other time, a gentleman who has been watching my YouTube channel, he said that I was in Ghana, and a lot of the things that I've watched you, I applied them, and I've got a lot of things done within that short time.
Yep.
I was calm, I was respectful, I was engaging, and I got a lot of things done. That is the way. That is the way. If you're looking for a system, this is our system.
The system. If you're looking for a system, this is our system. So
yes, it's different. It's different. A lot of the data that they have put out there on business and finance and all those, listen, they were built for the West, not for us. And that's why most of our people, when they apply these things, they get frustrated and they don't get results. A lot of our people are just trying to import data that was built in America, in Ghana. It won't work. So you feel frustrated. You feel that, no, it's not like that. Whether it's money, whether it's people that are managing, it's different. And it does not make us inferior or weak. People say that. It's not true. Africa is not poor because we don't know how to think. It's because some people have crippled a lot of things. It's not because you are not intelligent. And the others did not develop because they were intelligent. It's because they invaded and took a lot of the wealth from here. And they continue to take. That's why they are rich. It's not because they are intelligent. That's not true. If anybody tells you that, it's like, go and see the loans that they give to other countries and those that they give to African countries. And tell me if they believe in fairness and equity. We just accuse ourselves for a lot of the times what we have done marvelously well. But we just don't know, because we've been given Western education, which tries to make us look down upon ourselves. Like my mates, a lot of our mates, maybe half of our mates are living outside. When we were finishing engineering, most of them moved. I was telling somebody, my friend Isaac, the other time, I said that most of you should be here. If you have spent 5 years, come back, come and build something. They say it's scary. I said, you mean your country, coming to live in a country that you stay 25 years before you move is scary? You are thinking of your comfort. And then you continue to blame. and worry that we are not developing. It takes human beings, intelligence to develop. If you so care, then come and pay your dues. Sacrifice. A woman cannot say that I don't want to go through pain, but I want to have a baby.
Yeah.
Where does it happen? you want it, get the pain, then the reward. So you can say somewhere you talk. They are not doing that. Will you come and build something? Come and build business. Come and join politics. Come and start something. The one that you don't like, come on and sacrifice your life, so that the next generation
can benefit from it.
That's right. But we want to enjoy the future of the next generation and say that it's not working. It's working.
Let me tell you this funny story. I told my husband that somebody said that those who went to University of Legon don't build companies. he went to Legon, he
finished. And what did he say? You got me into trouble.
My husband is a first class. How do you call it? Those who get a highest first class, right? I said, Mr. Obedako said, those who finish level don't build businesses. And you know what he said? He said it's true.
You see?
He said it's true.
Right.
Because
yes, it's true.
And he was saying something about one of the professors, the lecturers, was saying something about them, that the way, the mindset and the way they were teaching them, no, how can you build a company or something? And I said, you said that.
Yes. You see, because Legon, majority of the courses are social science, psychology, Greek, all those, and many people are doing those instead of few people to do those. And us, because that was the design. I don't know why Nkrumah allowed that anyway, but that was the design. You cannot produce a lot of people to build factories when they are doing social science. It's not possible. Theology, no. You get few people to do those. And where you have problem, you want job, you want to industrialize, you want opportunities for your people, build factories. Africa's problem is technology, is factory, is industrialization. And anything that is designed to make us do those are the things that we have to pay attention to. And on the other hand, inversely, they have designed things to make sure that we never get those things. Okay? So they will take the technology, engineering, industry, finance, they will take it out of our education. Intentionally, they have taken those out. So a lot of our professors, doctors, highly educated people don't see this.
Oh yeah.
They don't see. They think that the white man should come and build the factory for us, then we go and work there. Why would somebody call myself unemployed graduate? Which means the graduate must be employed. That's the only definition. Which is not true. You didn't go to school to be employed. You went to school so that you can use your brain to solve problems. So you cannot say that I'm unemployed graduate. How is that possible? But because you were conditioned to believe that once you finish school, somebody must give you a government work or work with the white man, because that was the intention. Let's face it. A lot of the things that the first people who went to school, they went to school so that they could work for the white man and his government. That's it. The same thing is in our mind. So if you are doing something, your parents will not respect it until you work as the white man. You wear suit, tie. That's right. They give you Land Cruiser, Senate will take care of you. And then they will be stealing the oil. They will be stealing the gold.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. That and the thing is, working for somebody, if you don't steal, there's no way you're going to be rich by them. But working for yourself, by working for yourself, that's the way to that's where to build wealth. And somebody said here, can you read this? Digging fee on your land, your own land, sounds like just another way for somebody to get paid. I mean, it's a custom. It's something that we
some of the things we have to look at. Don't you give tips in America? For me, that's bribery, isn't it?
Tip is not bribery.
You go to the restaurant. Okay. That's in America.
Brother, that's not bribery. In Ghana, if somebody serves you good and you appreciate what they did and giving tip is not a bribery. But tip is not a bribery.
Okay, let me explain myself. It's not bribery, no problem. But if you were doing it here and they were not doing it, you wonder what they will call it. You know how they will call it. If you were not doing it, if they did do it, it's not bribery. Do it here. Anything that they don't do, is wrong. And we do, it's wrong. That is a major problem. It's like somebody saying that, okay, I marry two. It's wrong, but then I can marry same sex. That one is right. You know, it's conflicting.
You accept that more than somebody marrying
different. Now you are saying that the one who is marrying two women is unpolished.
It's gonna go to jail. But the person who is married,
right. So, yes, now that one is human right. So it's conflicting. Right. That's right. So somebody saying my standard is the only standard. It's not true.
It's not true.
It's not true. It's not true.
Oh, okay. So how come little things like sanitation is a problem considering all the money Zoom Lion collects? I mean, they are working hard. That one.
Yes.
Zoom Lion, they are working because
there could be some technical. There could be some technical inefficiencies with the structure.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it should just be one company that is giving that. I think other people should be on and should be as well.
So true.
Yes. But then outside Accra, you go to a lot of other cities, I think we are okay. You know, I think we are okay with a lot of go to Sunya and go to Takoradi. It's not as bad as you may see in certain part of Accra.
And some people think Ghana is only Accra. Ghana is not only Accra. No.
No. A lot of people live nicely. Go to Asankragwa and all those things. They live good life.
My family have a land over there. Yeah.
You see, and the thing about it is that a lot of them are very nice, sweet people. They're not like Accra try to take your money. A lot of them will go to the farm and bring you food, feed you, and never ask anything.
And when you are coming, they give you plantain. Oh, it was awesome.
Right. They give you a lot of things. Yes. And if you happen to give them anything, they're very appreciative.
Oh, Lord. They'll come early morning to come and thank you.
Yes. So Accra is not that. Accra is pressure. So, a lot of people are coming. And so people's tendencies will a bit, twist. But Ghana is sweet. Go to a lot of places. You will see it.
Hey, my husband didn't want to come. He's going to watch this and he's going to say I threw all his whatever on the video. So Nana, he didn't want to come back. He was so happy in Ghana that he's like,
yes.
Oh yeah.
No.
The peaceful.
No,
the
it's true.
that he got. Ghana is good.
Yes.
So the opportunity in Africa is on the plate for those who have eyes to see.
That's right.
Wait for somebody to take it from the plate.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely. We need you in construction, in retail, in IT, in finance, everywhere. And it's not only in Accra. If you can't do business in Accra, go to somewhere and do rice farming. Go to somewhere and do cocoa farming. Go and open a shop. Start water processing plant. They are everywhere. Don't believe this. As a matter of fact, even most of the government officials who do a lot of these government regulators, outside Accra, most of them, they are very grateful people. They will come and engage you if you want to open business in those areas. You'll be shocked.
Yeah,
the police officers are very respectful.
Yeah,
very respectful. Go outside Accra and see. Go through Kofodia or go through what is it, Nkoko, Konongo, and see. Just go beyond. Accra is just, but even Accra is not that bad. They're still very much respectful. They smile with you. They joke with you. Where else do you have this kind of police officers? And just one city you want to give to them. You want to say that they are what?
They don't shoot you. Give them one city, two cities. Okay. So, brother.
But maybe that is also a tip, and that one it cannot be tip. They will tell you. Because Americans don't do it. It's not a tip. Okay. It's not a tip. They will tell you you can't tip police officers.
That one is
that's not the end. Because it's Ghana what is doing. Yeah, that's true. We understand that.
So, brother, also, I was going to say something. Okay, so this is the reason why I've been promoting group investment. This is the only reason, brother. One of my partners in our real estate group.
Yes.
One day he called me and he said, Tilly, you don't know what you've you've done. He said, I am so proud of you for you to even come up with the ideas that let's do group investment. Because everything that we're talking about here, if 10 people, 11 people try to build electricity company, solar company, whatever it is now, the Ghana is moving ahead. My group, the farming group, we already save a lot of money. And then the real estate group, we're working on our what do you call it? The bylaws.
Yes.
Okay. So guys, if you are watching us, Mr. Obindako is whatever he's saying here, like he just said that somebody listened to him and did whatever he said when they went to Ghana. And listen, this man lives in Ghana. And when he says something or he's talking about Ghana, please take it serious and put it to practice, because it will help you. It will definitely help you. So group investment.
What you just said there, let's look at the structure of business and investments around the globe. And let's look at what happens in Africa. For instance, if somebody's in America and he has an idea, for instance, real estate, it's not bank financing. I think of developing apartments. And so I develop my concept. I go to the bank. They give me money. I become an investor. I get a contractor. They give you money, millions, at a cheap rate, 5%, 3%, 6%. They spread it for the next 10, 20 years for you. If after building, if somebody wants to buy those, the same bank will come in and finance them. Okay. Now, Africa, we don't have that. Does that mean we are weak? No. Your solution is also a way out. Communal, come together and take that up. Still, so, okay, for instance, you see mobile money. Mobile money is not in a lot of the Western world.
No.
Many of our people who have never had bank accounts now have mobile money.
Mobile money.
They don't have to go to the bank and queue for somebody to ask them sign here when they can sign. But they have bank on their phone. They jump it. You can't tell me that is inferior. No. So, in fact, a lot of the things that the West they have used to define, we have accepted them. We have weak argument. We should not accept them.
We should not.
It's as simple as that. They say that $1 a day. Who told you $1 a day? If I'm in a village, I go to the farm, I get mire, I get cassava. Can you put value on that? Is that $1?
And you're telling me I earn $1 a day.
Yes. And somebody saying that the people are poor. Who told you?
Brother,
somebody paid 1,000 Ghana cedis a month in Ghana, so he's poor. Meanwhile, that person is renting 2-bedroom house, 300 Ghana cedis. You paid $1,000. How much is your rent in the same of the same building? Don't say that. It's different culture, different expenditure, different functionalities. And one took advantage of the other. That's why they developed. It's not because they were genius. And they still want to do that.
They still want
to do that. A lot of the top business people, a lot of these billionaires, how can they say that the person is worth 50 billion now. Tomorrow morning, the share price drops and his money is half. How can you lose 25 billion in 2 hours? Is that money? It's machination and structures that they use. And they tell you that this gun is billionaire. Share value. Tomorrow the share is down, they don't have anything. So the same thing. They come to value your company in Ghana, they will not value it well. They'll tell you risk something. They value the same company somewhere. Even in your houses. If you bring a valuer, they will value yours. Evaluate yours. Or evaluate yours or something. And the way they will do the same valuation on another person who looks like them. It's different. We should understand the structures they have built for wealth. And much of it is just branding. It's propaganda.
Branding, yes.
Propaganda.
Yes.
Our people don't know that.
Propaganda.
And a lot, especially those of us who have gone to school there. That's all that we understand. That's all that we understand. And the moment we understand like that, then we don't understand wealth. We don't understand wealth. So long as we want to use their machines, we will not develop. I'm telling you. If we want to use our machines, we will develop quick. You want let's say there's a chieftaincy issue or there's some issue. Tumfo will call them. He will solve it right there. Take it to court and see. 10 years they are still there. 10 years they're still there. Tumfo will call you. Is it that you take this or you don't take that? The next minute you are gone. And yet we are not using that. And you're saying corruption. Corruption will continue because the system is alien to them. You know, so a lot of things we have to sit down and re-engineer and say, let's bring this. Let's cut this.
Have to.
Yes, let's bring this. Let's cut this. Let's do this. Because as we are different. We are different. The only thing that we lack is not culture. It's not family. We are not weak in family settings. We are not weak in culture. It's the technology.
No, it's the technology.
And that was intentional. So the moment we're able to correct the technology, they are not better. Nobody's better. Don't tell me that Ghana is not developed, America is developed. And somebody tell you America is developed. Okay. America is rich. So are you a millionaire?
No, we are not.
You have a million.
Don't come after us.
If you're not a millionaire,
don't come after us. We are not.
How can you say the country is very rich and you're not a millionaire?
No, we are not.
Tell me that you're rich. Because if I go to my village and get 100-acre land and start cocoa farm, in 5 years I'll be a millionaire.
When you try to go to Ghana or go to vacation and you don't have money to pay your bills before you come back.
You see? You don't, yes. So there's a lot of, you know, they have put a lot of things on us that we have to think through. And that's why most of the government officials, when they think like that, then they can't solve the problems. Because they are using formula that will never work.
That will never work.
Yes. For instance, most of our business people, what is the category? You see the number of people who have been employed by just opening provision shop. Provision shop. Those who are selling wachi, those who are selling all kind of things, those who have their own barbering shop, seamstresses, you know, all these guys. In another country, the so-called, organized countries, you can't just jump and open a provision shop.
No, you can't. You have to go for license and this and that and that and that. I have a question.
Yes.
So how come? Okay, I think this is gonna be our last. We want people to watch this and they won't feel like it's too long. Brother, how come that Canada, Japan, and a certain couple of people in Ghana that they are rich, I hear them saying that Ghanaians are wicked. Yes. When you open a business, they will steal from you. They will bring your business down. Some of them even go to extent to say that they employ people from another. Canada, Japan said this. Employ somebody from Zimbabwe and this to come and lead the company, so that's when the business became successful. But when we say it, we are in trouble with you. Because
but I don't agree with him on that.
That's what he said.
Yes, but I don't agree with him. No, but I don't agree with him because he still has a lot of Ghanaians work for him.
I know, but why does he say that? They don't want to employ Ghanaians because...
But he will say that sometimes he will say that out of pain, and I appreciate that. But other times too, he will say back and also backtrack. But I don't agree with him, and it doesn't mean that he can be right all the time. He can be wrong. He can be wrong, and no matter how many times the Ghanaians have stolen from him, he still works with.
He still works,
and he's making a lot of money in Ghana.
In Ghana,
and so I will not, as a matter of fact, I will not say that the Indians are better. They are not better. And a lot of the times when they pick the Indians or the Chinese, how much do they pay them? Do they pay them the same value as they pay the Ghanaians? Do they? Do they spend the same amount on them?
No, they don't. They don't.
It's like the football thing that they say that the Ghanaian coach, they are going to pick a foreigner. A lot of the times when they pick the Ghanaian coach, they pay him peanut, and they even hoard the pay. They don't even pay them. They treat them. They don't perform, and then they say the Ghanaians are not good.
Hey, we have a problem. We have a huge problem.
Yeah, so you stage the person to fail. But I will not say Honorable Japan is like that. I like him. He's very passionate. He fights for everybody.
Yeah,
I
he
think
does.
sometimes
Oh, I
those
love him.
things
I
he
like him
says
a
them
lot.
out of pain.
I like him
Yes,
a lot.
yes. He says them out of pain. But the other day I was also watching him, and he said that a lot of you should come and invest in Ghana. There's no place to get money more than Ghana. He said that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You
Oh
know,
yeah.
so sometimes out of pain they can go overboard. But I think in as much as no matter how many times Ghanaians have stolen from you, you still need to develop them. And I'm saying that
I can't hear you.
I'm saying that our people, we have to understand something has happened to our mind. So there's a lot of self-doubt and a lot of things that we don't understand. And even our teachers, whether it's in school or in church or mosque, a lot of the things that they're teaching us are wrong. And that's why we have the results like that. They're not going to the root. Some of the things I can't tell you because this is public, but a lot of things that they teach, if you look at the results now, for instance, if you see a fruit, you see a tree bearing wrong fruit, you don't just hope that once you remove those wrong fruit, it will bring another, good fruit. No. What do? You go to the root, you check what is wrong with the fruit, with the tree, and then it will get you good fruit. So we are just talking about the symptoms, but we are not going to the root of it. When you see a disease, there's symptom, but there's a cause.
Mm-hmm.
So the cause, we must get it. And much of the cause is the things that we have been told. We have been told about ourselves. Jesus is white. When you go to school, the white man is not wrong. The black man, there's something wrong with him. The black man is inferior. All those things have been pushed on our memory. When you go to America, you become rich. When you go to England, you become rich. Here is hell, a FOMO. When you grow up with all those information, you watch CNN and it's all wrong things that they show about Africa. When the devil is painted black.
Oh.
What I say? Oh. When they are telling you that the football team must be run by a white man, but no, there's no one intelligent Ghanaian who can run a football team.
Oh.
But you give a whole country to a Ghanaian, there's something which is wrong. And I'm saying that a lot of our people have been trained. They look like you, they speak P, they eat fufu, but the mind is white. And that's why they put everything white first. And that's true. That's true. And we need to change that.
Okay,
and a lot of white people don't know. A lot of white people don't know the damage that they have done to us. They have no idea. Good-hearted white people don't know this.
Brother,
don't know that a group of people can continue.
Okay. So do you think that a day will come that the school system will change?
If it doesn't change, the individuals must correct them. It doesn't take you a year. I'm a product of the same school system. I started to read a lot. I started to challenge my thought. I started to read the history. I learned a lot from my teachers. And, I understand the situation, how the world is structured. The lies that is being told through religion, through school, through the media, through government structures, just that they would continue to take the wealth of Africa. You just have to understand those things. So my name is Kwabena Obindako. There's nothing wrong with my name if I don't carry English in it. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with that. So the moment I understand that, if somebody speaks Twi, does not mean he's less intelligent. That's not true. Not true. So the moment we understand these things.
My grandmother, brother, that woman never been to school. I always say this. Yes. She was the first woman to bring cement factory, not factory like those who cement, to sell some powder cement. You come, you buy in a hairpan, and then they put in the bag.
That's right.
She never been to school in Kumasi, the whole Kumasi.
That's right. And you are saying that you didn't have to go to a school which was designed to take your brain to be wise. The school was designed to take your brain. So what makes you think that once you have gone through this school, you are wiser than those of us who didn't go? That's never true. This school in the first place was designed so that you could speak English, not to think. That's a fact. Because the start of it was theology. Was religious education. Was enslavement. Was telling you Jesus is white. Jesus is white. Bow to Jesus. Mary is white. Bow to her. The devil is black. Your demons are black. You are black. This is what they do. This first school that they designed. This is what was it.
How can
you will go to heaven? Don't forget the gold here. Go to heaven. Go to heaven. When you go to heaven, you will walk on gold. This is the school that was designed. And so if somebody did not go to that school, are you saying that that person is unintelligent? How is that possible?
And brother, I would say that those who've been to school should be smart enough to know that if somebody is telling you that her skin is white and he said from heaven, and me that my skin is black, I represent a devil now. That should make a light go in your brain. Boom.
That's right.
Tell you that
challenge everything that they have told you.
Challenge everything that they are saying, because this is like a well-planned,
yes.
I mean, form something to let you belittle yourself. How can somebody being a professor and somebody painting two pictures and telling you that the picture that I'm giving to you to read, your skin is black, you are a devil, I'm a white person.
That's right.
And then we accept this for so many years.
Go to Catholic Church, go to Methodist Church, go to a lot of our churches. Jesus' picture there is still white European.
Yeah.
The devil there, there was a time, just about 3 years ago, they draw something. Jesus was putting his leg on some devil. The Jesus was painted white, the devil was black. This is subconsciously. This is what has been done to us. So it doesn't matter his level of education that he has had anyway. It really does not matter. The moment there's self-doubt, there's enslavement. The moment there's lack of identity, there's no freedom. And that's the bottom line of the difficulties. That's why when they carry the contract, they will give it to the white man. That's why they would say the Chinese has money. You don't have money. Go and sit somewhere. This is it. And that's why if I'm here and I'm struggling, I want to go quick because I want to go through Libya and get to Europe. This is it.
Now, if somebody is telling you that somebody brings you a book and the book tells you that your skin being black is devil and them being white is the heavenly whatever, what makes you think that person is going to treat you right? There's no way.
So everything that they brought was designed to keep you down. It's as simple as that, and we have to challenge that. So the school was designed to keep us down. The media, the religion, Mormon church, up until the 70s or so, they allow the Africans to be part of it and take big position. Mormon church said that the devil and Jesus were the same brothers. The devil, we come after the devil, and they come after. This is in the West. This is in the West. They sponsored somebody to write books in the 14th century to say that the Africans were sub-human beings. This has not changed. So a lot of the things that they have built, all these global organizations, they are built on this. Anytime that they are playing football and they throw banana on the Africans and they are fighting, I said, this is what is in their head. This is what the system runs. Look at COVID. Look at the vaccine. Look at how they are giving everybody, but the Africans and the Caribbeans, anybody who look at the structures they are put in place to prevent. If you have to even take the vaccine, it's safe. And somebody will still be saying, what? There's fairness? No, we're just saying this so that you open your eyes. Because even good white people don't understand these structures. They don't understand these structures. And so a lot of our people have been schooled, but they've been schooled into enslavement. They've been schooled in.
Brother, I'm telling you, set me dream when I think about how what I was telling a friend was saying, oh, I don't see you in church. And I said, church is waste of time. And I said, listen, I did not tell you that you going to church is waste of time. I said, To me,
church is a waste.
It's a waste of time.
Yes.
It's waste of time because, brother, they have picked the pastors, they have picked things that it will benefit them.
That's right.
To go with it. And things that people can, I mean, Bible, there's certain things in it that it will make you smart. Proverbs.
They will not teach that.
No.
No, they will not teach that. They will not teach that. They will teach you so that you come to them for deliverance, for anointing oil. That's all. And a human being whose mind he can't use it, there's no spirit that can help you. Because as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Knowledge will bring liberation. The truth will set you free. The master said that.
The truth will set you free.
So you cannot help any people whose mind has been enslaved. You have taught them lies. Their life will be lies. The only thing that will bring liberation to people is the truth. And the truth is that you are enough. Don't wait for God to come and solve your financial problems for you, to develop your company for you, to develop your country for you. That's a lie. And that is gospel taught to enslave people that look up to God. God will solve everything for you. That's a lie. Those who want freedom, they fight for it. Those who want prosperity, go and do it. That is in the scriptures. He who will not sit down, if you want to build, who will not sit down and plan. That's what Jesus said. He didn't say who wants to build and pray. These are all in the scriptures, and depending on who is teaching you the scripture, they will teach you to make you a servant. For instance, if I want to keep you and your children enslaved, do you think I will teach you anything good? No. I will never teach you anything great.
No.
That's right. I'll teach you. So I will look at the Bible and teach the one that will make you depend on God. Yeah. Anybody who is teaching you to wait for God and depend on him has enslaved you. Because the power for liberation is the mind. There's no tool greater than the mind that God gave us. So if I cannot develop the mind of the people, they will never develop. The quality of the life that you have is a reflection of the mind that you have. So long as you're developing the mind of the people, you're developing them. So if anybody tries to tell you, come, I have power to pray for you, your life will change. They have enslaved you. You will never be prosperous more than what the capacity of a mind will. The light is knowledge. Knowledge is light. If you have knowledge, you can build the plane, you can build a computer, you can build a factory, you can take good care of people. That is knowledge. And people are trying to say that, no, you don't have to know anything, just pray to God. That is slavery. That is bondage. And that is what has happened to us. The truth, will make you free. So if you're not free, then you don't know the truth, you know lies. And anywhere you see darkness, there's no knowledge. Anywhere you see bondage, there's no truth. And truth is absolute. Truth is eternal.
Anywhere you see bondage, there's no truth.
There's no truth.
Anywhere you see bondage, there's no truth.
There's no truth. No. There's no truth. And love is a function of truth. You can't say you love me and you're lying to me. When there is no happiness and peace within you, there's lies. There's lies. And these are eternal principles. It's not just only in the Bible. These principles have been with mankind before the Bible was ever written.
Before the Bible.
Before the Bible was written.
And one also thing that I always think about is that I don't understand why Christianity or Christians think that it's only Bible that brings people understanding.
You see? That's right. That's what they told you. That is what they told us.
Before there was no Bible, before there was no...
People were living.
We were...
Yeah. Okay. It's timeless principles. It's all in mankind. It's everywhere. You can go back, way back to Kemet. You can go back to Egypt. You can go back to all 5,000-year history. These principles have been there. Love your neighbor as yourself. Justice, peace, freedom. These things have been with mankind. It's not only in the Bible. That's a lie. It's not only in the Bible. Because if they were killing themselves, human being will not be there.
We have
but you see, our people don't know. A lot of our people don't know anything outside the Bible.
No,
because they started
and they don't want to. They don't want to because they don't want to. They don't want to. And if you start thinking and you start reading other books and you start listening to other people and you start getting knowledge, you become, they portray you, they make, listen, if you find yourself and your understanding and your eyes are being opener, you have to stick to what you know and keep on growing. Because I feel like being Christianity, to make you timid, to make you you don't think outside the
box. Especially the one that the Europeans created another form of Christianity, as a matter of fact. When they painted Jesus white, which was not true, they designed a whole Christianity to justify the enslavement of the Africans and the maltreatment and annihilation of a whole race. So the Christianity that we are practicing, the Christianity that enslaved people, that lynch people, is another form of Christianity that Europeans created. It was a weapon that they used to destroy. It's different. And those who are questioning this, they are not wrong. Because there is another form. It's a weapon they use to destroy the Africans. So,
thank you, brother.
A lot of our teachers.
Yes,
a lot of our teachers are just.
Thank you so much, brother. And you know what? I anytime I start thinking, and I remember my grandmother, I felt so sad because when we were growing up, and people that look at her and think like she's this, she's that, how they name you. This one is a witch, this one is this one is that. And my mind wasn't open like that. But in my whole life, I never ever think about labeling somebody that this person is a witch. Never in my brother, in my life. My mother is not like that. So we grow up not. And some of my siblings, I would say, probably think like that. I never ever think like that. So when I sit down and I think about my grandmother, I was young. If she's alive, or if I was a little bit older, I will protect that woman so much, and I will get so much knowledge from her, because she's so smart. But the people, her siblings, instead of them tapping into her smartness and her wisdom, I don't know if it's jealousy, or I don't know, because brother, it hurts me so much.
In Asante region, in Asante, the kingdom itself, not just the Asante region, because Asante goes beyond just the region. Asante is a kingdom, and everywhere the Asante kingdom was, they refused the British education. It's until 1900 that they were able to pave through. They refused it. They knew something.
That's why Infante people we think that they are the scholars, because we didn't allow them to come.
No, they didn't. And they were right.
Got it.
They were right. Because they said that everything that we knew was wrong, and they had to come and teach us anything. And anywhere that they gave the education, look at that place. There's poverty. Serious poverty. They want to be white, and they don't take risk. They broke the spirit of the people. If anybody can change your culture, you can't fight back. And that's why the cultures that were not touched can still fight back. So you go to any African country, you see those who are creating a lot of wealth. Look at them. Their interaction with the white is not that long, because they still have their traditions and their cultures and their identity a bit. Okay. And that's why it's very difficult for you to break those people. They may not have been to school, but they fight for their dignity and their freedom, and they are proud of themselves.
Yes.
Until you have that, you are colonized. They can overcome you.
Brother, we have to, I think every week we have to come here, have conversation, talk about life. I mean, talk about a whole lot because what we are doing here, somebody is gonna be blessed by it, because where we come from, we have a lot of I won't say issues, but when it comes to understanding of ourselves, we have our believing in ourselves, we have a problem over there. And you talking to you, and people who listen to you and really listen, guys, you have to listen to Mr. Obindako. Let me tell you, and buy his books, because, brother, there's so much in you. And I thank God for YouTube, because YouTube, how would we know what is in you? And brother, I thank God for YouTube for me too, because, brother, you see the way I am, no?
Yes.
YouTube give me a chance to be who I am and go on and on and on without people like the way I am. My own probably would think, she talks too
friends, somebody said that when you and Auntie Tilly come, I love it. Somebody told me that. Is that I like the way she asks questions. No, if you want, some people ask him the book. It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon.
Yes, Amazon. Perspective is there, resilience is there, and streamline is there. Perspective, I'll talk about how you can develop the mindset to build business. And that mindset is what we are trying to correct, so that you can deal with the school, the damage from the school, and the damage from the religion. Streamline is the same thing. The information, the financial information that we carry is waste. That's why majority of the people who have gone to school don't have money. Because then when you apply them here, they won't work. My grandfather never went to school. 30 years to the time that he was, 30 years of the time that he was about to die, he had track. So he bought a lot of sand. He piled them. When he was old, he started to sell the sand. He had his own cocoa farms. He had his own sheep. And he had his own other things. He never died broke. And he could not read. He could not write. He built his houses and he had wives. Now, the other guy, who was also my grandfather somewhere, went to school. He was wearing suit and tie. He never had anything. He never had anything. The one who didn't go to school had a lot. So there's something in the design of the school that takes wealth out of us.
Yes.
If you want to be rich, go and start a cocoa farm and see if you'll not be rich. Get 1,000-hectare cocoa farm, 1,000-acre cocoa farm. Do it for 5 years and tell me if you're not a millionaire. And they are telling us it's difficult to be millionaires. It's not true. It's never true. Because my grandfather had money. He had his own Bedford. That was a track. And I was sitting when I was very small. So the school, we have to question it again. The reading, the writing is good. Yes, the reading, the writing, good. No problem. I can speak, I can write. But the content about us in those books, we have to question them. The content about us in these religious interpretations they give us, we must question them. Because if you're looking for what is wrong with the black man, let's look at the content. Why would you want to push everybody but yourself? There's something that happened.
Brother, Rita Mel said, since my childhood, my family called me a witch, but and to be a witch.
You see?
Let me tell you. Sister, let me tell you something. Whenever your mind is big, I don't want to throw my family here, but whenever your mind is big and you think deep, they will make you go through so much. It will take time for you to realize who you are. And as soon as you accept yourself, that's when every potential in you comes out.
That's right.
Because they see what is in you, and instead of them accepting it, they won't accept it. They have to label you to make you feel like to bring you down.
You're nothing. That's right. Nothing. And that was the design. You don't have to disagree. If you disagree with them, it means you are wrong.
You are a witch. You are this.
No.
You are that.
No.
That means there's something in you. And witch means, to me, I feel like witch means that you are a thinker. You are powerful.
That's right. You're powerful. Powerful. Your mind is working. You don't want to be engaged. And so the design is working, we can see it. And and it's created frustration in people. If you feel frustrated, question all the philosophies that they have taught you. You are not designed to be frustrated and be hopeless and be easily agitated. No, the design was not like that. You were designed for peace and love and calmness and tranquility and harmony. That's what you were designed for. And those things are built on the truth. When you know the truth about yourself, about what is in you, about God, those things will make you calm. And you know that wherever that you plant, wherever that you are, you can be successful. You know, that the success is really in you.
It's in you, no matter where you live at. I remember last time you said that. You said, if you know, there's a success in you, and you can be rich wherever you are. You don't have to be here
No. Because it's the decisions, is your skill set, is the things that you do that will make you successful. It's the information you carry. You know, it's the information you carry. But they have taught our people entirely wrong things. The other day, my friend, I was telling him, he said, the man is teaching you every Sunday and he cannot even read books. So what is he teaching you? He can't read. He said God will give him something to teach you. No, the product is selling is knowledge and he can't read. Why is he doing research? And you have gone to university, professor, you come there and sit at the feet of this guy who cannot read, who cannot write. And he's teaching you about what? That's why your life is confused. Because you've been fed debt, lies. So they can't produce results. It's like the same tree bringing out bad fruit. There's something that tree is being fed that is wrong. You can't bear fruit if the roots are wrong.
Roots are not good. we are in 2 hours, so let me read this. And then my mother had a cocoa farm on the island, and she built a business that was one of the biggest in my area. I agree. That's so, right. Brother, what do you have for us? Your last comment, so that we can go. Yeah.
What I would say is that Africa is for all of us. Whether you were born in Africa, so long as you look like me, the world treats you the same as me.
Oh, no matter where you are.
No matter where you are. And the world has been designed to keep us down. Our strength is in our unity. If we don't work together, they will continue to destroy us. And their number one strategy has been to separate us. You know, their number one tool has been to sell deception on us, to say that don't trust the Ghanaians, they will chop your money, don't respect Nigerians, they are scammers, don't go to Kenya, you know. But then when you go to England, you think you're comfortable. They steal grand scheme from the top. They use institutions. We take one city and you're accusing us. So let's work together. Build something here. Build something here. The politicians cannot steal everything here. Don't forget it. There's still wealth in Africa, enormous wealth. You can only take advantage of what you have when you appreciate what you have. So we need that. If nothing at all, we need you to be very hopeful and very positive about yourself, about your people, and about your continent. We need you to do that. Don't let anybody take that from you.
Take that away from you.
We will continue to feed you with the negative. Don't buy them. Don't buy them. And no matter how many times people cheat you, build again. Build again. Don't leave it. And so let's look at all the multinationals. Come together, build companies here. Fight back. They can only continue to cheat us if we don't fight back. If we fight back, they will stop. They will stop.
Amen.
So thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Please go and subscribe to Mr. Obindako YouTube channel. You will learn so much. There's wisdom going on his channel. Go there, buy his book, Obindakun. Go to Amazon store and buy his books. He's awesome, and he's a defender of Ghana. If you put Ghana in court, it's gonna come and talk for Ghana. So you better watch out. Anytime you wanna say something about Ghana, when we are talking, don't type something bad. Oh, he will come after you. Somebody said, I'm moving to Ghana. I love Ghana. I bought a land in Takoradi Beach from.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
We need that.
We need that.
Yeah. Yes. If Chinese man can own a land here, you have an ancestry here. And the thing about it is that sometimes the Jamaicans, the African Americans, the ancestors that they came out from were also our family.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You know, it's like you using something to take my skin. You took the skin, when you take it, something is also left that is destroying.
Yeah, his channel is called Obindakun, right, brother? Your YouTube channel. Obindakun. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So
whoever, yes. So whoever was taking the bleeding was on the continent and was outside the continent as well. So we need you to come by, especially those who have the core, who have the understanding, who have the mindset. There are a lot of them, no matter what, they may never have been in Africa, but they breed Africa.
Yes. Oh, so
it's in them. It's a spiritual Africa. Yes. There are a lot of them that they may never have come here, but they're constantly thinking of here.
Yep. Yep.
You can't take it from them.
Yep.
You know, and those are the ones that we can. Somebody wants you to spell it. It's OBENGDARKO. OBENG. Then you separate it, space them, DARKO, Obindakun. Obindakun. You know, so that's it. If we're able to, and you are doing something, I am doing something, somebody else is doing something, we are disrupting. Yes, you're right. We are disrupting the system that is subjugating. If you change, if I change, if another person changes, that also becomes a system on its own. And then it can fight that system. You know, so our victory may not necessarily come from political leadership. No, it may come from all of us, the mass gathering.
Yep. And that's where, when it comes from there, it's more even powerful than coming from them. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yay! I am full. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Obindakun. Thank you very much. And say hello to sister for me. And I will see if next week, if you are available, maybe we can come and talk also.
Anytime after 8:30, when we have come home, yes, we can.
You are free.
Yes, sir. Yes.
God bless you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. All right.
Thank you.
Bye. So, guys, thank you so much for coming. And Sister Rita, I don't know if you speak Twi. If you speak Twi, let me know so that I can tell you something about family members and witches and all those things. Sister, let me tell you, if your mind is open than the people that you live in the house with or your family, and you see you are a very open-minded person and you are, I don't know how to put it, but say, insight deeper, baby, because when God gave us, each and every one of us, different brain and understanding of things in this world. Yes, sister, you speak Twi. And you know, sister Minuya, hey, be now they are now. Me kwasra will be or sorry.